Hi, so this is my week six monologue for WT 4028. So this week I continued with research and investigation, and I also did some experimentation with size for the project, and I created the artifact in cardboard just to get an idea of size. So I've covered all this part here, teak, definition. We've looked at my history of source material. And that's just the submission for this week. So it's a analysis, research, investigation. I kind of moved a little away from research and investigation and went to the week 9 submission for a small bit of experimentation just to get the size of the project. So these are some readings I found um, from the HSE website on loneliness, and I've discussed that in my last monologue for week 5. So they're all the same. Um, that's my problem statement. It's the same as my week 5 monologue also. Then I've just got my ideas, skip through these. So I've looked at veneering and inlay. Um, so I looked at the book, some books that I have, and I found the process of making a chessboard, which is very beneficial to me. I've never done it before, and I've done very little work with veneers, so hopefully this will kind of teach me the ins and outs of them. Um, so I've looked at woodwork joints. This is the same as my week 5 monologue. So just in the lab this Wednesday gone, I created a cardboard model just to decide on size and also decide on the piece that rests on the user's leg. Um, will I have it as one big curve? Will I have two curves? How big should the curves be, etc. So the finished artifact is a lap chessboard. It's 400 by 300 millimeters. It allowed me to look at the section that rests, like I said, on the user's lap and how different designs can be more comfortable to the user. And I also looked at the handle for easy portability for the user. As you can see in this picture on the bottom left, I added a little hook for hanging the bag of chess pieces when the board is in transport, so just on the other side of the board inside. Um, Obviously, you can't use it when you're playing the game of chess, but just for transport, you only need one hand to carry the board and the pieces. There's space to the left here, as you can see, and right side of the board. So that's for if you're playing a game and you've lost a pawn, a rook, bishop, king, or whatever to your opponent, you can rest them there. So moving on, I've looked at 3 different designs for the part that rests on the user's leg. So this is one continuous curve. This is 2 curves, and I looked at a um, deep curve and a shallow curve. I tested this out, the pictures in a while, further down the PowerPoint, to which would be the most ergonomic for the user, and be the most comfortable and suitable. So my first design had 2 large curved areas which rest on the user's leg. So it's this one here with the measurements in the ruler. I found it was comfortable on my leg, but like it is only cardboard, so obviously the actual wooden design is going to be a lot heavier. Second design had curves which were slightly smaller, so they're not as deep as the previous one. Again, this was comfortable for me. Obviously, it's going to vary between users. And the other option I looked at was one continuous curve. So this would be universal, as the user will vary, and therefore the leg size will vary. The only problem is it doesn't sit as comfortably on your leg as the ones with the curves. So I just looked into veneers, and the veneers available in the college. So these are the ones that Connor gave me, just to see what they looked like on the bit of teak. Um, Obviously, I need contrasting colors. These 3 here have the brown wood in them as well. I think they're mahogany. Um, so they mightn't kind of stick out enough. So I'll probably be aiming for one of these 2 here. Um, so just looking at different veneers that are available to use. Main objective, like I said, is that they're contrasting colors. This is just another bit of research on loneliness and the elderly. There's a good quote there from Mother Teresa. So there's nothing worse than loneliness is the worst form of poverty. So moving on with my research. So that's from the Health Inspiration by Companions. It's just the benefits of games, and in particular chess for the elderly. These are different games then that I looked at for creating the artifact. So I looked at chess and checkers. Obviously, it's chess that I've gone with, but I just did a bit of research into different possible games I could have created the artifact for. So I've looked at Scrabble and crossword puzzles. So these would be keeping the elderly active and creating problem solving. Another game would be card games. Simply that would be just a table though, and I felt that wouldn't really benefit everyone. Not everyone likes cards. Board games, so Snakes and Ladders, or even a game like Connect Four. Then the last one would be just jigsaw puzzles. It says there that it involves a lot of strategy, planning, problem solving, and recall without seeming stressful or overwhelming. So that might be beneficial for an elderly person. So like I said, I've gone with the chessboard. So then just investigating into chess. So key benefits of playing chess for seniors. So it makes you think. It can improve cognition. You don't need much to play. Chess is a social experience. It can connect seniors. Wish other seniors or wish younger people. The game is fun. It helps to relieve stress. So the cognitive benefits of chess were a key reason for my decision to create a chess artifact for this module. Chess stood out as an especially powerful game, and it seemed much more practical than having to regularly find new puzzles and games because the previous ones had been learned. So every game of chess is different. That's kind of the main point there. So I just looked at chess. It's a board 8x8, 64 squares in contrasting colors, and they are actually broken up into numbers 1 to 8 and letters A to H, so that you can move when your pawn, say, to A4. Obviously, if the elderly has bad arthritis or something like that, they could just call out the code, like the grid, to whoever they're playing with, and they can move their pieces for them. So then, just moving on, I experimented what the lap chess board would look like during an actual game. I tested different sections that would rest on the user's lap, and consensus was that the double curve was the most ergonomic and suitable for the user. So I tested it. There was 3 people testing it there, so that was the consensus that this one here, this middle picture, the double curve, was the best option to go with. So just moving on to the last slide. So it's evaluation. Having looked at my initial ideas and developing these ideas, I've decided on a lap chessboard. I've experimented on the size of the chessboard and the section that rests on the user's lap. I'll aim to begin my artifact in the next lab. I'll do further research into the method for recessing the 1mm section for the veneers, that is 280mm by 280mm. So that's the actual chessboard size. So that's it for this week. Thanks.